So here's my 20-year game, y'all. So I broke my 20-year game down in chunks of sort of 5 years, 5, 10, 15, 20. That really gave me a perspective after looking at my 100-year legacy. And this first part of my 20 years is I've got to establish and build a foundation while I'm creating alliances, right? So that means that I'm launching my business, my Artists in Action and women's business, which are online and live events. So I've got a clear business, I'm building my list, I'm creating the buzz. This is also the time that I'm releasing my album, I'm becoming more professional, I'm gathering up partnerships and continuing my training like being in this Moonstorm Legacy. So I'm moving into, I started to create a very specific structure of the type of income that I would make per year, 50 a year. Each year that grows stems off of another. By the time next year rolls around, I'm gonna have way more paid gigs and I'm gonna have 3,000 people on my listserv, okay? Product launch, even a small mini tour. I've created how many live events that I'm gonna have and that I've established partnerships in a team. This is also gonna be the time where I invest some money and also have myself in some personal health care, because girls, I don't have it. 2014, I've got a lot on my plate. It's huge, it's big, but it's so possible because I've got so much great resource and partnership. I can't wait to move into philanthropy. My Artists in Action crews are off the ground. I begin to give back by the time it's 2015 to where I grew up. I grew up in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, which really provided a lot for me, and I really want to give back to that place. Over these couple of years, Artists in Actions, the ones who weren't making sustainable income, there's going to be at least 1,500 of them making sustainable income and giving back by the time it's 2015. So that makes me super freaking proud. The next year, I'm going to be standing on TEDx. It's cultivating and spreading and teach. Okay, so the next quarter of my life after 5 years is cultivate and spread, teach and empower, right? So now that I've gotten all these systems in place and have built some alliances and got some foundation and put some of the practice into action, I now have a bunch of people running around and spreading and including myself, which allows me to write my ebook and to begin to even take residency after doing all this hard work to begin creating the next phase of my 5 years. So that continues to grow. I spread out and I begin to affect other communities throughout. There's some blanks here, but that's cool. It's all gravy. By the time I get into like the 10-year period, I know that it's time to evolve, engage, and advance self-sufficient culture. So again, with a lot of the things that I'm doing as an artist in action, I want to have 2 neighborhoods in Pittsburgh that are transforming into sustainable communities, as well as here in the Bay Area. I want 25,000 people using my framework that I created for Artists in Action, who are going to be the ones who help heal our impoverished neighborhoods. I'll share more about that later on how I plan to do that. And so as I evolve, engage, and advance self-sufficient culture, this is going to be throughout this next 10 through 15 years. By the time I'm 15 through 20, my little girl graduates and Pat and I are alone. And this is the part where we give away, just give it away. And people are living more sustainably. Not the entire world yet, but a lot more people are. And this is where I begin to travel with Patrick and have some personal time, reflect. By the time I reach this area of my life, so many people are using my framework, over 125,000 people, that it's just growing virally by itself. I don't have to do anything. I can just give it away. It no longer belongs to me.